channel Java Learner. In this video, we are going to discuss some of the advantages of Java on .NET. So the first advantage was the functional programming. So the main primary reason of functional programming is using functions as first-class values. That is, we can pass code, a behavior, or a method as values to other functions. Okay, let's talk about first-class values. So what are the first-class values? The values which can be passed around during a program execution are called first-class values. It means that during our program execution, whatever the values we are going to pass as an argument to a method, those values are called for the first-class values. The example, the primitives, where we can pass some primitive data types as an argument to methods, and the objects, where we can pass user-defined objects as an argument to methods, and the arrays, where we can pass an array object as an argument to a method. So these are called first class values: primitives, objects, and arrays. Then what about second class values? The values which cannot be processed during the program execution are called the second class values. So example, methods and classes. However, prior to Java 1.8, there is a class called anonymous inner classes, where we can pass that anonymous inner class as an argument to a method or as an argument to a constructor. Example, in the thread class, where we can pass our own runnable inner class as an argument to a constructor. So those are called the second class values. Okay, but in Java 8, they allowed passing methods as first class values. That means that we can pass a method as an argument to another method. So we are going to discuss those concepts through an example. Okay, fine. So this is my STS tool. So where I am going to develop most of my programs in this tool. Okay, in this, let's assume that this is an employee class which are having four fields: the employee ID, employee name, designation, and the salary. And I have written a constructor, okay, which is used to initialize these four values at the time of creating an object. And I have my setters and getters. Anyway, I don't use setters in this example. I have just used setters, but ignore for that. And there is a toString. Now I have an employee utils class. Basically, this is giving a list of employees which is filling with some employee data. Now, what I am going to do with this was just write one new application, okay, new class. I'm going to write employee list. So I want to sort employees, okay, based on their salary. So if you see in the employee utils, for each and every employee, I have given employee ID, name, designation, and salary, right? Now, what we are going to do, we are going to sort employees based on the salary. So prior to Java 1.8, how we are going to do that, and with 1.8, how we are going to do that we are going to discuss in this example. Okay, fine. So what I'm going to do, I am writing one main method, and first I am trying to get the employee data. So I have a class called employee utils, right? From the employee utils, I am going to get employee list. So I am going to assign with employee list. Okay, since list I did not import it, so it is asking me there now. So before sorting, let's print the employee list before sorting. Okay, fine. Just type sys1 and use before sorting. Fine. Now, so what is the procedure to sort an employees based on salary? So we can go for comparator, or we can go for comparable, or right. So just use, we have a class called collections, and there is a method called sort, which is taking list, which will be based on natural sorting order, and which is taking two arguments. One is a list as well as comparator. So I'm going to use this class for now. So now this is my employee list. and I'm going to use comparator. Fine. This comparator is of what type? Employee. So let's use this. Now it is asking us to override unimplemented method. Let's just override. So here how we are going to do one dot, sorry, it's not 0, one dot get salary compare to o2 dot get salary, o2 dot get salary. So this is a simple method where we are sorting employees based on salary prior to Java 1.8. So just let's print this. Run as Java application. If you see here, the salary of an employee is right. So first let's see the employee utils data. What are the minimum salary out of 15 employees? The minimum salary is 25 and the next minimum is 26, 27, 28. So if you see here after sorting, so just see the first object in the list was employee who is having the salary 25,000, the second was 26,000 and third was 27,000, right, and again 28, like this. Fine. So in this example, if you see to sort an employee list, we have used collection.sort method and then we have used new comparator and then we have overridden the compare method and use this return statement. Fine. Now how to do the same thing in Java 8? In Java 8 this is very simple. Just use employee list dot, there is a method called sort. If you scroll down, the sort method, which is a default method which was added in Java 1.8. Prior to Java 1.8 there is no default method. In Java 1.8 they have added default method, so that's the reason you're able to see. Okay, so just use this sort method. So in the sort method what it is taking comparator. Okay, so comparator is an interface, right, and which has a method compare method which we need to override. So using that Java 1.8 lambda expression, we are going to write lambda expression for compare method. So this simple, you just need to take two arguments. One is employee em1 comma employee em2 em1 dot get salary dot compare to em2 dot get salary. So that's it. So for the time being, I am commenting out this piece of code. Now just see after sorting, just take this. Now let me clear console. Now if you see here, this is before sorting and this is the simple line, which is very simple line with a single line. We are able to write the code in Java 1.8. If you see here, if you want to sort employees, we need to do a lot of things, right? We need to use new comparator and we need to override compare method. But with the help of Java 1.8 lambda expressions, we no need to write the code in so many lines. With a single line, we are able to get the compare. We are able to compare the employees. Just right click, run as Java application. Now see here also employees who is having less salary was 25,000, 26,000, 27,000, 28,000, right? So here with the Java 8 lambda expression, we are able to write multi-line code in a single line. Thanks for watching.